music so much. I play a couple of musical instruments, but I always carry this around because of its portability. Yeah, it's quite portable. I bought it 2009 in South Korea. This is a very uncommon brand because you can play the G key here and the C key here. Yeah, so one of these days I'm going to blow your mind with a tune, maybe a classical tune. Thank you. I just made a very nice pancake, homemade pancake, very nice.
Good. Just taste it, because our expert in pancakes, Chris, told us that sometimes it can be like a trampoline, and I'm just interested if it's a chewy pancake or a smooth, velvety pancake you've
Very
made.
smooth.
Well, take a bite and let's have a
rich
look.
in milk
Take a
and
bite.
very yummy. Today, I'm presenting to you on meeting a New Year resolution.
I want you to take on board the notes that the gentlemen have all provided for you this afternoon. Great notes, very clear, precise. They were saying that in conversation, there's a lovely tone. So let's open that presentation again. Remember, it's not a presentation where you have to be so formal, because you, the man, are delivering this information. Who is the person behind this information? Opening line, please.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My presentation to you this afternoon is on meeting your New Year resolutions.
What do we think?
Is anybody familiar with this tune?
No.
Are you
Yes.
familiar with this tune?
Wish
Yes.
you a Merry Christmas too, ladies.
And a Happy New Year. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, I decided to play this tune to attract your attention to the topic I'm about to do the presentation on. I want to present to you on meeting your New Year resolutions. You know, so soon the Christmas is gone and we are in the second month of the year. And I tell you, last year, 31st December, a lot of people set targets for 2013. But you know what? Let me give you a very important statistics about meeting New Year resolutions. Now, according to Professor Wiseman Richard of the University of Bristol, he made a study of 3,000 people, and he found that 88% of those people failed to meet their New Year resolutions. So it's a very important topic. I know some people want to lose weight, some people want to quit smoking, some people want to stop drinking, some people want to own a house, some people want to buy a car. These are all the sort of New Year resolutions that we set. Now, but Professor Richard Wiseman found out that 88% of people do not meet those targets that is set. And meanwhile, at the beginning of setting those resolutions, 52% of them are confident that they are going to meet the resolutions. But unfortunately, they are not able to. So the big question is, why is it that people are unable to meet their New Year resolutions? So in this presentation, I'm going to tell you why. Then I'm going to tell you what people can do to meet those New Year resolutions. Now, let me give you a brief historical background about New Year resolutions. Actually, it started with the Babylonian kingdom. The Babylonian kingdom, they had gods. They used to sacrifice to their gods. And at the end of the year, they make promises to their gods. And next year, we are going to do this. Then it flowed down to the Roman Empire. You know, the Romans used to have a god called Janus, after whom January was named. And at the end of every year, they go to Janus and say, Janus, in this year, we are going to do this for you. We are going to do this for you. And this has trickled down into religious circles. And today, all over the world, we talk about New Year resolutions. But why is it that people are unable to meet their New Year resolutions? Number one.
Okay, so just pause there. Where you are. Yeah.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for your constructive analysis. Actually, I was talking to you a while ago about New Year resolutions. But what I want to point out to you right now is, why is it that a lot of people are unable to meet their New Year resolutions? And I found out that the number one reason is because people set too many resolutions per year. It's rather better to keep it simple. You can have one resolution and meet it in the year 2013 than to have 3 resolutions and be unable to meet none of them. And then you also find that a lot of people are not realistic with their resolutions. For instance, imagine a guy wants to save $200,000 for the year 2013 when actually his earnings or income is not even up to that amount. Are you kidding me? You have to be very realistic with your what? Resolutions. Number 3 reason why a lot of people are unable to meet their resolution is because they don't communicate it with the right people. Some end up communicating their resolutions with the wrong people who discourage them. They say, oh, I don't think you are going to make it. Oh, I don't think it's possible. You know, you need to communicate your resolutions with a group who can help you, or a friend who can help you or motivate you. And then another reason why a lot of people are able to meet their resolutions is because they give up too soon. In the middle of the year, you are not able to reduce that bulge or that weight. So you go like, oh, I don't think I'm going to make it. Now, these are the reasons why people are unable to meet their New Year resolutions. In the next presentation, I'm going to introduce you to how can you overcome these obstacles and actualize your New Year dream. So, ladies and gentlemen, in my next presentation, I'm going to introduce you to how to meet your New Year resolutions. Thank you very much. I actually consider myself as an expert in staffing, solutions, and human resources.
Tell me more about this.
Well, what I can say is happening at the moment is that there has been a lot of changes from the last century into this century. The workforce that we had in the previous century, their characteristics are quite different from what we have today. For example, today you have a lot of ubiquity among workers. People are not loyal to their employers. People can move, especially this is very common in the IT and the electronics job market, where a lot of people are switching jobs. You find that the IT guys will not even spend more than 2 years in a job, and there's another big pay job waiting for them somewhere, so they switch quickly. So it means that we are applying old principles which were used in the previous century to the current generation. So what we need to do is rather to come out with something that suits the current generation, so that we can be able to keep people in their workplaces, because retention of skilled talent is becoming a huge challenge to organizations.
Right. And a topic that you perhaps think you're an expert, not necessarily so.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily an expert in motivation, but I'm able to motivate people when it arises, especially along spiritual lines. Yeah.
Tell me what the word motivation means to you.
For me, motivation is about finding something that an individual or a group can identify with and using it to whip up their interest in something. Great. That's what I consider to be motivation.